Hey there, Lugi, listen to us, it's Andy here, your uncommentator for the 52nd and potentially final time, because we have reached episode number 52 of this Pokemon Stadium 2 Rentals Only playthrough, and in this episode, for the second time in the series, we're going to take on the Round 2 rival. It's hard to believe that it's, like I said, it's possibly the last episode. It's been long, it's been arduous, it's been emotional, but we've got there, basically, we have got there. So without any further ado, let's crack on. Because a few loose ends I want to tie up after the battle, so I really appreciate it if people could stick around for that. But so let's get the battle out of the way first. So we're going to the cave at the bottom right hand corner down here. Nope, neither did I, but we have made it this far, so let's go. Yeah, there's a few things I want to talk about after the battle, but we'll do that obviously when the battle's over. So for now, let's pick the team. And even in episode 52, we're still having some debutants. So the first Pokemon is going to be this one, Ariados, which I believe is a debut. There's another debut coming up, and I don't have my notes with me, so I'm just going to have to do this off memory, but I think I can remember the team. Kabutops coming out next, so that's another debut. And not a debut for Lapras. And 3 left to go, and the next one is another debutant. It is Raticate, believe it or not. And then we're going to go with Seaking again. And last but not least, you may think you know what's coming, but I don't think you do. It's not Wobbuffet, it is actually Voltorb. Now, we don't really need to give items out here, but we'll do it anyway. Nothing for you. You can have the berry. Not that it really matters at level 100, 10 HP. Nothing for you. You can have the Ice Berry. You can have the Przcureberry. And we can't get put to sleep, frozen, or confused, so we don't need to give any of those out, so you don't have anything. Alright, let us begin. Taking on the rival. Now, in theory, this should be the most difficult battle on the game. It's not even close. But there is, well, the Oho's a problem. The other two, if we can kill the Oho, we'll win, basically. So, we don't want to give too much away. So we're going to start with Lapras. We're going to go with, then it doesn't matter what, obviously, the order that we pick them next in. So, we'll just select them. There we go. Yeah, as long as we pick Lapras first, that's all that matters. Right, let's go. Now, it's just slightly different to round 1, in that all 3 Pokemon in round 1 that he's got all have Safeguard. In round 2, only the Lugia has Safeguard, so Lugia will always start this battle. Whereas in round 1, it's normally Mewtwo, but you can never guarantee it. In this case, though, you can guarantee that the giant Lugia will come out of the ball. And you can also guarantee that it'll impress me with its size. I don't know why, every single time I see it, I'm amazed how big it is. Right, we're going to go straight for Perish Song. Yep, straight for Perish Song. Don't know what I was thinking about there. Don't know what the long was in aid of. It did. Yeah, I don't have my notes with me because my table is actually broken. That I use. I've got a temporary table that I put my stuff on when I was recording, and I put it away. I've got it back out to record this, and basically I couldn't set it up for whatever reason, so I don't know what I've done when I've put it away, but I'll finish this in a minute. We're just going to switch to Voltorb real quick. Yeah, so I don't know what's happened to the table, but I'm currently sat on the floor, and my microphone is on the head of a giant plush Gengar. And I know it's a strange image, but it's a real one. That is really happening right now. And what is also happening is I'm going to switch to Voltorb, and he is going to switch to Mewtwo. This is one of those weird. This is a bit of one of those weird battles where if you do the same things in the same order, provided there's no shenanigans, critical hits, paralysis, etc., you should always get the same results. It's a bit of a weird one. Right, so for the only time in this battle, we're going to go for Mirror Coat. There's a Psychic, and this won't knock me out. And it will do enough damage that I can dish it back. Yeah, unlike round 1, and well, quite a few battles on this game. This isn't a Mirror Coat counterfest, which is quite nice, really. Although that is the quickest way to win, and sometimes I think the only way. I mean, Lance and his hyper beams. I don't know how else you win that other than Miracoting or other than countering. Sorry. So, but anyway, that's another story. Right. So Wilson. Yep. Oh ho. Same Pokemon in the same order. This is the only one that's a problem. Now, sometimes Voltorb can attack first, so I'm gonna go for Rain Dance, just to power up the water moves of the Seaking. May not matter. Yay! We attack first. The Oho has Quick Claw. I'm amazed it's not quicker than Voltorb though. Anyway, but yeah, the Oho has Quick Claw, so you can't always get a move in. Still gone for Sacred Fire. Please miss. Boo. Also, obviously, Sacred Fire weaker. Now the range coming down, but still a very powerful move, obviously. I think there's a 50% chance of burning. I think I'm right in saying that. Right, what I'm right in saying, though, is that we're going to now send out Raticate. This is the key part of this battle, really. Yeah, it is Raticate. Yeah, this is quite important, this bit. Like I said, as long as we can kill the Oho, we'll win. Right, we need to hit this scary face. We need to hit this. Yeah, that's the problem we're going for Rain Dance. It means this Thunder now won't miss. And the other was paralyzes as well, which is really annoying. Not this time, thankfully. Seems to get a lot of paralysis on the Thunder. I was going to flinch then or something. Come on, Raticate. There we go. We needed that. Even though it's got the Quick Claw, so that may not matter, we needed that.
The safeguard wore off.
Right, the safeguard wore off, that doesn't matter. Now, hopefully, if we can get this Super Fang away... Come on, we can half its life. Come on, Raticate.
What's that? Great hit.
Can't you hear that do-do-do-do-do-do-do, baby? That Super Fang. Right, Thunder, we're dead. And I know I sang that in an earlier episode about the Super Nerd, but it is one of my favourite songs from one of my favourite artists, so I don't care. Right, we got eradicated, but it did its job, so all we need to do now is send out, I say all we need to do, we're going to now send out Seaking. I was going to go for Kabutops or not, but we'll go for Seaking. May regret this decision, but we shall see. So with the powered up Rain Dance, I'm not going to go for Horn Drill this time, as tempting as it is. I'm going to go for Waterfall because it's been powered up, and we are still attacking first. I don't have the guide with me, but it does have Quick Claw. According to the guide, and I know it does as well because I don't always go first. Yep. It won't miss. I'm going to say please miss. And there's the process I was talking about. That's why we give it the berry. Oh yeah. Yeah, it seems to get that paralysis a lot. It's quite annoying. Right, Waterfall, let's go. And we're outspeed, so we're good. We win now. It's over. Unless that had missed. I don't know if it was recorded, but that did miss once. Hopefully it's an episode that's been recorded. I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was Kingdra. Yeah, it was definitely Kingdra. It missed once. But it's yeah, it must have been good. But it's oh, forget it. Right, so Lugia now. Just Lugia left to knock out. So we leave Seaking out and let it get knocked out. Yep, the rain did its job there. Thank you, Voltorb. Doesn't matter, let's just go for Horn Drill. We're not going to get a move away anyway. Let's go for Safeguard for some reason. Nope. Didn't think it would. Any chance you're going to miss? No. Oh, well. And it sounds a bit sadistic, but I do like it when the fish get knocked out. They just kind of turn on their side like real fish. Like real pet fish that everyone's probably had. Right. Lapras, let's go. So probably won't use Kabutops here, but I'll explain what it was here for. Once Lapras has been knocked out, which it will get. Now straight back for Perish Song, because it's the only Pokemon left to knock out. And it wastes a turn going for Safeguard, which is awesome. So we go straight for Perish Song, and now all we need to do is not get knocked out, and we win. So yeah, so this has been one of those times where, like I said earlier, where everything, because there's been no shenanigans, no critical hits, or I suppose there was a bit of shenanigans with the paralysis, but that's why I gave it the berry. That everything's, you know, we haven't been done by the quick claw. That kind of everything's kind of worked out perfectly. It's gone the way we've done the same moves in the right order, and it's gone our way. I'm gonna go for mist for no reason. Why not? With Aeroblast? I don't know. Sake if I an Aeroblast, I don't know how many you get. I'm assuming it's 5. Wow, that did nothing. What does Mist... I don't know what it does, this. I think it stops you getting paralysed and stuff like that. I don't know. This one counts at 2. We didn't even see the other 2. I kind of want to send Ariados out, just for a laugh. Provides full protection. Status attack. Right, okay, so yeah, so that's all it does. Okay, icy wind. Why not? So we can't get confused. Frozen, paralysed, point, etc. I think that's what Mist does. There we go, that's what I was expecting. Yeah, Aerblaster's quite a high... I don't know what chance it is, but it's a high chance of critical hits. I don't know what the chance actually is. If you read the description of the move in the guide, that's what it says. Right, brilliant. So now we're going to send out a a poison bug against a psychic flying. That's what we're going to do right now.
Oh, it's Ariados.
Yay! Interesting fact about this Ariados as well, which I'll say in a minute. Perish Stone counts at 1, so like I said, all we need to do is not die. So all we do is go for Protect. Look at the size difference. Yay! So no Aeroblast.
No, that didn't connect.
Haha. That's supposed to be Simpsons character. That impression was that bad. I thought I had to explain that one. Right, there goes Lugia, and there goes Pokemon Stadium 2. It is all over. It's done. Finito. A couple of things I will say. One last thing to do, give out the last MVP award. We'll give it to Voltorb because it knocked out the Mewtwo and got the Rain Dance on, which was quite important for Seaking to get rid of Oho. So definitely MVP for Voltorb. Yeah, interesting fact about the Ariados is it can actually survive an Aeroblast, even though it's super effective. It's a super effective flying move from a flying type. Provided there's no critical hit, Ariados can survive an Aeroblast. The other thing I'm going to say is as well about the Kabutops, sorry, real quick. The reason Kabutops was there, it has Protect or something like that, so it could avoid attacks at the end. And also it has Ancient Power, so it's quite effective against Oho. So it's actually quite a good... It's really useful for both types if you need it. If you don't knock the Oho out, you can send out Kabutops to finish the job, basically. And then also, again, at the end there, to survive the Perish Stones. Anyway, that is Pokemon Stadium 2. It's done. It's done, basically. Like I said, a few things I would just want to say. So hopefully people can stick around while this really quite entertaining video plays. If anyone, at the time of recording, none of these videos are on YouTube, so I have absolutely no idea what sort of reception they're getting. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think for 1 millisecond I'm going to be the next Logan Paul. I'm not going to be walking out in Las Vegas for a boxing fight, anything like that. But like I said, if anyone's liked any of these videos, shared them, left any comments that I've ignored, I've not ignored them. I just, at the time of recording, I don't know these comments exist. So any love I've got throughout this series, genuinely, and I know I've joked about it, but genuinely, if anyone gives me any support, any likes, anything like that, I am eternally grateful. I just did this as a well, I've enjoyed doing it. Hopefully people have watched it. I've enjoyed watching it. I've said it in an old episode. I'm no Brian Alvarez. I don't profess to be, but you know, I've done my best. I've hopefully somebody out there's found me funny. Hopefully they found it entertaining. They found it useful. If anyone's playing through this game, they can use this guide if they want to, or at least it give them some idea how to beat this game. Yeah. So like I said, none of these videos are on YouTube at the minute, so I don't know if any comments exist or anything like that. So I'm not ignoring people if there are comments. Also, at time of recording, I have watched a few back. That I've done. I've edited a few of them. Now, when I say edit, just want to be clear, there's no camera tricks, there's nothing, I've not cut anything out. This is a genuine, I'm sat in a room now. I've got a genuine Nintendo 64. It's actually a Pikachu Nintendo 64. I've got a crazy wire that converts a crazy little gadget that converts the aerial into HDMI, because obviously HDMIs weren't about when N64s came out. And then I've got some wires that link the game capture to my laptop, which is recording all this footage, and that's all I'm doing right here. When I say edit, the software I'm using doesn't actually record sound, so I'm having to record that separately and then dub the sound on top, so that's all I mean by edit. Like I said though, we'll just go back to what I was saying. Yeah, so I've watched a few back, listened to a few back. I've noticed I do say that sucks or this sucks a lot in quite short proximity, if that's the right word. So if I'm a bit repetitive, then I apologise. It's difficult when you're doing this. You don't know what, sometimes you don't know what you're saying, or when you listen to it back, you think, oh, did I really say that? So yeah, if I'm repetitive, particularly with the word sucks, then I apologise. I think it's just a go-to word to make sure I don't swear, because I don't want to swear, because there's no need for it really, despite the fact that it can be a little bit infuriating. So I just wanted to say that. Like I said, nothing up at the minute, and I have listened to a few back. Yeah, that's the main. That's it really. In terms of what I think of this game, if anyone's interested, I think it's a fantastic game. I really genuinely do. I think it's aged brilliantly. It's nearly, at time of recording, it's nearly 20 years old. And I think the animations are fantastic. I think the graphics have held... For an N64, I think the graphics are fantastic. Obviously not by modern day standards, but I think, like I said, the animation, the gameplay is brilliant. I think it's easier than Stadium 1. I think Stadium 1... There's no items on Stadium 1, and counter... I think barely any Pokemon had counter on Stadium 1. I think Chansey had it on a couple of occasions, but that was about it. Also, there was no Miracle on Stadium 1, so I think compared to Stadium 1, this is a far easier game. Well, not far easier, but it is easier. Yeah, I just think this is a really good game. The main thing I like about it is it's completely different to the Game Boy. So on the Game Boy, I always found anyway, when I was going through, maybe because I wasn't very good, if you just spam the Pokemon's best move, then that's all you do to win. Whereas on this, there really is a lot of emphasis on confusion, on poisoning, other tactics. You can't just keep picking Thunder and knocking everything out. It doesn't work like that. So that's a good little feature. In terms of other games, I do have Stadium 1. I'm probably not going to do that one. I may not do any more, to be honest with you. This may be a one and done. I don't know, because it is time. Because I've just never enjoyed it. It is time consuming, and I've obviously got to go and edit it back. I may do Stadium 1. Probably not though, but I don't know if I do. I only completed Stadium 1 because I actually watched another. I actually found another guide that I used to complete it. So if I did do Stadium 1, I want to come up with my own teams. So I'm not just basically repeating what somebody else has already done. So that may be the stumbling block there. I may do Pokemon Snap. That's another game I have, and I don't want to sound like I'm bragging here, but I actually think I'm quite good at Pokemon Snap. I've got I think my score's over 290,000. If anyone's played on Pokemon Snap, they'll know 290,000 is a pretty good score. Obviously, if I do Pokemon Snap, it won't be to complete the game. It'll be to show you how to get the best score you can for each picture, because there is some really, when you get quite hardcore about it, there's some really interesting stuff in there. They complete the story mode and complete the game's easy, but then if you go back through it again and try and get the best picture of every Pokemon, it can become a really good game. So I may do Pokemon Snap, but I don't know yet for now. The first thing I need to do, as of recording right now, is get all my videos edited and uploaded, because like I've said a million times, they're not on YouTube yet. Yeah, it's weird really, because I was always thinking through the series, when I get to this episode, there's a few things I really want to say, and now we've got to this episode, and they've all left my mind. I've said what I think of the game. I've apologised for repeating myself a lot, which I'm genuinely sorry about. Like I said, I'm not. I don't keep saying it, but I'm really not Brian Alvarez or anyone else that people think are good broadcasters. He's just someone whose work I just find him really easy to listen to. Hopefully, somebody out there thinks I am. Yeah, I'm just a regular guy from the UK trying to make a computer game series. That's all it is really. So hopefully people have enjoyed it. I've tried to be informative. I've tried to use it. I think I said in an earlier episode, one that I've watched back, that about this being a tutorial as well as being entertaining. I wanted it to be a bit of a this is how you do it. Actually, one thing I was going to say, the Challenge Cup. This is actually one of the main things I wanted to say. The Challenge Cup. I said in episode 7, I think it was episode 7, I explained why I wasn't doing the Challenge Cup. And the reason was because of the random nature of it, and basically you don't pick your own team and your team gets given to you, so it's not very useful to watch me do it. You don't really learn anything. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do the Challenge Cup. What I did say on that episode, though, was if people want me to do the Challenge Cup and I get enough comments, I will do the Challenge Cup. If people request it enough. I may do it anyway. But if I do it, I will do it after the 52 episodes I've recorded are up. I kind of want to do it because I just feel like, as much as I'm pleased that I've got to the end, it does feel slightly incomplete. One of the reasons why I didn't do it, apart from the random nature of it, was because I kind of just wanted to. I was expecting to get bogged down in certain areas. Round 2 Little Cup was one in particular. So because I was expecting to get stuck on certain cups, I didn't want to do something that I didn't feel was massively necessary to the actual series. I mean, it's turned out this has gone quick. This has gone a lot quicker than I don't know how long it's took me to record all these episodes, but it's not as long as I thought it would. I thought I'd be at this for months, but I haven't been. In fact, it's probably took me just less than a month, to be honest with you. I was expected to get stuck on numerous occasions, and obviously I did have to re-record certain things, but I have got through a lot quicker than I thought I would, so that was one of the reasons why I didn't do the Challenge Cup, is because I just wanted to get... I was expected to get stuck in it for it to take ages, but that hasn't happened. Also, like I said, there's the random nature of the Cup. You don't pick your own team, so... if anyone's watching this to play the game and they go to the Challenge Cup, they won't see the same teams. Having said that, there are themes throughout the... even though they're not the same Pokemon all the time, with the same, and they don't have the same moves, there are themes for the computer players. So I probably will go back and do it. But like I've said, if people want me to do it, leave a comment on this video, any of the videos, and I'll, if I get enough, I will do it. But as I keep saying, I probably will do it anyway, so I don't think this is the 52nd and final time. Unfortunately, maybe for some people, they may be sick of hearing my voice. But yeah, we'll leave that one up in the air for now. The main thing I need to do is get these videos edited. So yeah, so I just wanted to say that. Also, I just want to say, again, please, if you enjoy any of these videos in the series, if you're still listening to me, I cannot tell you how grateful I am, genuinely. I know I joke a lot in this series, and you can't always tell when I'm being serious, but from the bottom of my heart, as American people think it's an Americanism, that one, but from the bottom of my heart, genuinely, if anyone is still watching now, I cannot tell you how grateful I am. If anyone's watched the entire series, much love to you. I really appreciate it. If you do like any of the videos, if you want to give them a like, give them a share, leave a comment, do all that stuff, I will be so grateful. That's it, really. That's for now. I think that's all from me. The video's ended. That's a nice little moment to maybe call it a day for this episode and potentially this series. One very last little bit of business I'm going to do while this video is playing. So, because we've already completed this, we won't get the swoosh of the new loading screen, or the new game start screen, we want to call it, at the end of this little introduction. So, if we hadn't completed the game, the start menu screen at this point would be, I think it's Totodile, it's Fraligator, Typhlosion, and Meganium, and I won't sing this time, with like a gold and silver background, and Lugia and Oho are in the background. Whereas when you complete the game the second time, that swooshes across and you get this wonderful screen. If anyone's interested in that, but I can't show you that because I've already completed the game, as I've said 10 million times. So, I think, like I've said, this is it. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. If you're still listening, can't tell how grateful I am. Yep, this is it from me, Andy, your own commentator, signing off. For the last time, it's sayonara.